7 years, okay. Little divine, little fraction shard, little divine. Okay, that was a pretty hot little area right there. Oh! Oh, I thought we duped a mageblood. We just got one mageblood, guys. What's going on, YouTube? I just wanted to make a quick guide on the Crimson Temple strategy that I've been running. I've been getting a lot of questions on stream about, you know, the Atlas, the Sextants, all that kind of stuff. So I figured it would be good to just make a quick little video so that I can, you know, you guys can reference that. We spawned, we farmed just over 600 divines in about an 8-hour span, and that's how we were able to come in and mirror our bow. You know, we dropped a ton of raw divines. You know, we dropped a mage blood. We dropped you know, a few apothecary cards. You know, we dropped a bunch of 7 years bad luck and enlightened cards. And you know, these sell for quite a bit. They're about 3.5 divine for these, and then the enlightened cards are just under 2 divine a piece. And they drop fairly often. You drop, you know, 1 or 2 every couple maps at least. You know, we had multiple maps where we dropped a couple 7 years bad luck, or, you know, a couple enlightens. You know, there were multiple maps where we dropped 2 to 3 enlightened cards at once. So it's very, very profitable, especially if you get a good wildwood. But what's really great about Crimson is it's not completely reliant on wildwood. If you have a little bit of magic find in your build and stuff like that, and you have a really bad wildwood, there will still be chances to drop some things. You know, if you saw the apothecary clip at the start, we actually insta-died in the wildwood. We had like 150 juice, and the first mob we killed dropped an apothecary. So it's absolutely insane. The loot is crazy. You know, the layout, sometimes it takes some getting used to, but you know, I've gotten used to it over the years, so I actually like Crimson Temple layout. It doesn't feel so, you know, super mundane where it's just like an open area and you just run through it. So again, loot's really, really good. So let's, you know, try to keep this quick. I will go over, so I've been farming up my own 8 mods, and the way that we do that is we use you know, once we run out of maps, we run 4 maps with corrupted 8 mod compass, and then, you know, we just throw on whatever. You know, we might just throw on additional packs, or maybe we will add in harbinger, or whatever we have lying around that's just going to add more monsters to the map. We don't want to invest an insane amount. And then, you know, obviously with that, we would run a cartography scarab. You know, whatever you have, you know, the better version you have, you know, obviously the more drops you're going to get. And then as far as the actual strategy for farming currency, again, we're on 8 mod corrupted maps. Our compasses are enraged strongbox +2 strongbox, beyond, and harbinger. So these are the compasses that we're using. We roll them ourselves. Again, if you guys are running T14s or above, you know that you'll drop a ton of sextants, so it's worth, you know, just rolling them yourself. You know, I have to buy some here and there, but generally speaking, I roll probably 80% of my compasses. And then as far as scarabs, we're on reliquary, ambush, divination, and harbinger. And again, we're on winged. We have worked our way up to winged. We run winged 9 out of 10 times. Every once in a while, if we're out or whatever, we've made a big purchase and we're running low on currency, you know, we will run gilded, but generally we're pretty much on ambush. In your case, just run what you can afford. If you can only afford rusted, then run rusted and farm up, you know, a handful of divines, and then go buy polished, and, you know, and so on and so forth, right? And just, you can work your way up to winged. I didn't start with winged. I start with rusted, and then I moved to polished, and so on and so forth. So just do whatever fits your budget and whatever isn't going to break the bank, and that you can, you know, consistently, you know, run over and over and over. So those are our compasses, sextants, and maps. And as far as our atlas, this is what we're working with right here. So obviously we take all the strong box stuff, which is very powerful. We just take the 1 increased quantity. And then outside of that, we take harbinger, we take all the beyond stuff, we take chance for ritual, and then we take chance for delirium mirror. I'd say it spawns with all the chance for delirium mirror stuff. It spawns probably 3 out of every 4. So you do have maps where it's not up, but it's up enough to where it's worth investing in other things. If you wanted to drop a harbinger, you know, compass and use a delirium mirror or something like that, like that's fine. Your other option here is I do not use Unending Nightmare, but I did for a long time. If when my build was, strong enough to survive it, but not maybe fast enough to stay out in front of the mirror, I liked using Unending Nightmare. Once my character was strong enough to beat things quick enough, and I could stay out in front of the mirror and essentially complete the map with the mirror up, I did end up switching off of it just because there's so much money to be made from the Delirium orbs and the Simulacrum splinters. It's anywhere between 4 to 6 delirium orbs for a divine, and then it's about 1 to 1 for the simulacrum entries, where they're about a divine apiece. So it is worth getting the rewards at the end if you can. Again, it's also nice at the other end of the spectrum, where if your build is a little rippy, it's nice to be able to turn it off just so you can complete your map. There are times where, before your build is strong, if you're on Unending Nightmare, you might brick your map just because you can't turn off the delirium mirror, right? So that's kind of up to you. You can swap these 2 points around. It's really up to you, whatever is kind of best for your build. But ideally, if you can stay out in front of the mirror, I actually recommend trying to get the rewards just because it's really good money. So, and obviously we run the blue one just because you have the divination dupe, the unique dupe, and then you get all the quantity, rarity, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously we're all, hoping and praying for, even though this league kind of is a divine altar, it would be nice to get it. I personally have only seen the boss one this league. I've not seen the minion divine altar yet, so we're kind of on the hunt from that. And then lastly, we just have a few points spec'd into breach. You could move these if you wanted, if there's somewhere else you want to put these. That's fine because breach isn't spectacular on Crimson Temple, but it's good enough to get some free monsters and stuff if it shows up. So we do have a chance to spawn a breach just as our extra points. I get this question a lot. I don't have my atlas fully open, so there's still about 5 points that I've not earned yet. If you have those, put them wherever you want. This is always a good one to turn your diviner's strongbox or your normal strongbox into diviners or arcanist. So that's always a nice place to put them. Or you could throw them into maybe some ritual or maybe some chance to drop cluster jewels. So that's really up to you. But that is the strat. The loot has been absolutely insane. I love Crimson Temple. It's, again, personally my favorite map. I am going to test some other maps and really kind of put in some time, but personally Crimson Temple has been absolutely insane. My favorite map, and the loot is just absolutely bonkers. And again, like I said at the top of the video, it is not solely reliant on having a good wildwood. Because there are native drops to that map. So, something like Jungle Valley where you have more monsters on the map, and you have, if you get a really good wildwood, you'll have a better shot at divines and mage bloods and stuff like that. If you have a bad wildwood, the loot is typically pretty subpar, and it's very, very noticeable. So like I said, Crimson Temple is kind of nice, especially if you have a little bit of magic find already in your build and you can rely on that to some extent. It makes, in my opinion, Crimson Temple the best map in the game at the moment. But that's about it, guys. If I'll be streaming today. If you guys want to pop in and kind of see the strategies in action and stuff like that, come stop by, like, subscribe, the whole shebang. I appreciate you guys. The stream's been doing great lately. I've been having a blast hanging out. So we'll leave it there, and let me know if this worked for you guys. If it didn't work, whatever the case may be, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.